Three of us against the world, baby.
Oh, God, we're going to die.
Three of you against a regenerating lich.
Three of you plus an elemental
And an
monk,
air
a strange monk.
And an air elemental.
Hi,
We should lose control
to the 117th, I think, yes, hour of
Hey.
Adventurers Wanted.
117.
Just a reminder that this show, like all our performances, is a relaxed one. That means the lights will stay up like this. We can come in some glitches with hotel lights, but we should be fine. Are you joining us as a player? Yes. Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Good. Okay, get yourself sat down. I'm just going to run through this spiel, and then we will sort you out with character sheets. Yeah, so if you need loud sudden noises, and if you need to leave and return at any point, you are more than welcome to. And there's a relaxed attitude to sound and movement from the audience for the benefit of those who would struggle to stay still or silent. If you needed anything like a hearing loop headset, you just come to me. I'm phoning the SM to this hour, and I'll be reserved there. But I will leave you now in the hands of Alex, GM for the hour.
Hello, 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 hello. Thank you very much. Yes, I am Alex, and I am the Games Master for this hour and for the rest of this evening. Welcome. What's going on? Well, welcome to Adventurers Wanted. We are a tabletop role-playing game. For those of you who don't know, or to whom that is new, what that means is that all of the people sat around this table, to my left and right, are playing their own unique characters. I, as the Games Master, will play the rest of the world. I will describe people, places, and things that they encounter. I will tell them things that are happening or that might occur to them, and they would tell me what they would like to do. Occasionally, I might ask them to roll dice, and their success or failure at rolling those dice will determine whether they succeed majestically or fail miserably at what they are trying to achieve. It helps push the story forward, and it adds an extra element of random chaos to what's going on, which we don't really need, but there is plenty of magic chaos going on anyway.
But chaotic character.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The story so far. All of our characters are crew members aboard a naval research vessel known as the Spirit of the Horizon. On a recent mission, it was unexpectedly and magically transported to a completely new and unknown world. Now the crew must find out how to get home. They can do that by fighting monsters, or by exploring islands, finding new allies, or by some unknown means that they haven't yet discovered. Most recently, they found themselves descending into a dungeon filled with a creature attempting to resurrect itself as a lich. They had been sent there by some pirates, allies of theirs, who were concerned that their leader, a man called Lokash, had absconded, taking with him a valuable magical skull on which he'd been making people swear allegiance. They arrived to the temple, they fought with Lokash, they defeated him, but as they defeated him, his head exploded, and they heard a sound in their head of a strange, creepy, divine almost entity. And all of these bones exploded out of amphorae and jars all around the room, and they crashed down through a large throne in the center of the room, opening up a secret passageway. The players had made their way down. They had found their way all the way to where this creature is slowly sucking in this powerful purple magical energy, and it is slowly but surely regaining its physical humanoid form. They'd managed to open 2 doors in this room and discovered some keys and also some locks and the beginnings of a puzzle which I think they've started to get a handle on. The creature itself has been duplicated, and there is now a version of itself wearing a dress stood 10 feet in front of it. Other than that, it is healthy, hearty, and hale. That's where we're going to jump back into the story. Before we do so, I'm going to go around the table, and I'm going to ask everybody to introduce themselves, the name of their character, what their character is, and what their character does, or, more importantly, why other people on board ship would know that character. And I'm going to start on my right.
I am Isla. I am playing Noggin, a gnome rogue. I am the ship's dentist, and I collect lots of shiny things and teeth. People would know me because I think I've got so many shiny things. I've got, as I walk, I clank. But very stealthily.
It's a new addition, I like that.
What's Isla's dex?
What's your dexterity
20.
score? 20. 20.
I just pumped everything into Dex.
Thank heavens. I think we need it.
Chris.
Hi, my name's Chris. I play a character called Wally. Wally is a Maguro. That's a half bird, half man. He's a local to this world. And he's a sea druid because he's down with the waves. Yeah. And he doesn't wear clothes. It is.
And Twitch.
And Twitch.
I'm Johnny. I'm playing Alistair Von de Comte. He is a dwarven bard. He is the ship's scribe, and he loves gold and all the ungodly pleasures of the world. And he's also very talented.
Just threw it in for good measure.
Yeah, I'm playing Talmor. I'm an elven mage, and I spent the first 100 years learning how to be a wizard, and I'm going to spend the second 100 years learning how to be a cook. So I'm the ship's cook. And I decided to join it because I thought, hey, it'd be really good to sort of learn how to cook sort of for pirates and sort of small. And then I got transported to another world, and quite frankly, I'm not happy with the situation. It's bullshit.
From that backstory, I don't blame you.
What was that name again? How do you spell it?
Talmor, Talmor.
And what's your dex score, Talmor?
My dex score is 16.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Yes, you misheard, as an elf, you misheard the human phrase, a wizard in the kitchen, and took it literally, and are now regretting it.
A new school of magic.
Yeah, culinary. Someone should write that. There we are, Twitch. There's a whole new school of wizardry for you.
1,000 pens in 1,000 pieces of paper.
Brilliant, yes. We leap back into the middle of combat, and we find ourselves... Bob and Tina, what was her full name?
Nosferatina.
Nosferatina.
Of course.
They are surrounded by this strange golden glow, and they snap out of existence. And
genuine. Why not me?
in their place, Noggin, you find yourself in a side room. What were you doing on board ship immediately before you were bamfed in?
I think I was trying to make either trying to fix my dancing clanker or trying to create a dancing dinosaur. Because I was very impressed with those dinosaurs.
Okay. Does that mean that you've brought your dancing clanker with you?
Yes, well, I was tinkering with it, so I would have been holding it.
Wonderful. What does it do?
It dances.
It just dances.
Yeah, well,
Sweet.
no actual use, it just dances.
No, it's good to know. Good to know that there's another thing in the room to think about.
I'm going to spend this whole time trying to protect this clanker.
Talmor.
Yeah.
What were you doing on board ship immediately before
Well,
this?
it was just about dinner time, so I was taking a perfectly cooked souffle just out of the oven. And suddenly, I just look around and I see the lich. And it's like,
Please tell me you're still holding the souffle. Tell me you're still
no,
holding it.
Yeah.
It's ruined. This guy's
Talmor.
ruined the oven.
If the magical energy itself hadn't, actually, while you're surrounded in the magical energy, you see this souffle grow to a size and beauty that you have never seen before, and then you land and it just collapses into this slop.
Use your rage. I'm sure wizards get rage.
Yeah, you find yourself in this large room, about 40 foot square. You're behind the lich. It's facing away from you. What you can see instead is the smiling face of the version of itself wearing a dress. And you are stood next to a large golden metal door through which this purple energy is dissipating through a hole in the centre. When I left off, we were here in the round.
The lair just hurt me as far as
So I'm gonna start at the top of the round, and I'm gonna skip the lair action because otherwise you're all gonna die immediately. Noggin, that means you get to go first.
Okay, what am I seeing? Where am I?
Has she got the silver key?
You find yourself stood in a large circular room. Right in front of you is this purple energy, and it makes its way into the room, and then it curves up and it goes up into a hole in the ceiling. In the centre of the ceiling, you see a brass aperture, like a camera aperture that closes on it. No, the aperture is brass. Next to it is a silver keyhole.
Ugh,
Your key is
sorry.
bronze. Your keyhole is bronze.
Oh god,
Yes.
Too many bronzes and brasses. I'm
Lots of
sorry.
different colours, lots of different metals. So yeah, above your head you'll have a silver key in your hand, and above your head you see a silver keyhole.
I will put the key in the keyhole.
Roll
and I
me
will turn it.
a athletics or acrobatics check.
That is a 22.
Yeah, you pew, up into the air like Mario, and you place your key into the keyhole. You turn it. The brass aperture closes, and the purple stream
Oh, I like the purple stream.
gone.
No, we don't like the purple streams. They're bad.
It was shiny.
Oh God. Why is this working?
You can move back out of the room. Before you do so, it's worth pointing out that on a plinth in the corner, on the edge of the circular room, is a plinth with a golden key on it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take my silver key, put it in my pocket.
In
Can
order
I
to
not
take the
take
key out of the lock, you would have to unlock the aperture.
No.
Well, I don't know what's happening,
Don't
and I
do
quite
that.
like the purple stuff, so I'm going to unlock the aperture.
You unlock the aperture, the purple back into the room,
Please
down the
put it back
corridor.
in again.
I'm going to jump down and get the gold key as well.
Okay, that would be all of your action.
That's fine. That's what Noggin does.
The air elemental is in the centre of the room,
Splendid.
between the two versions of the monster. It is its turn. What would it like to do?
It would like to go to the door ahead of it where there's only a small hole and go through that small hole.
In order to do that, it will have to come into contact with purple energy.
It can make itself imperceptibly non-existent, so would it have to touch it to get through that hole? Is the hole completely perfect? Or could it go around the edges of the door?
Yeah, it can go around the edges of the door.
Cool.
There's a small gap at the top that it can make its way through.
That's the key though.
You're not there, so you can't
No, no.
discern it.
In elemental form, I'm not elemental form. As the elemental, I'm going. Okay, let's get a way around this door and go and find the key in this room.
Yeah, cool. It makes its way through the door into a corridor beyond. It sees another round room, purple thing, and in the back of the room it sees another plinth upon which it sees an object.
Can it take the object?
From where it is, what's its movement?
90 feet.
It can move right up to the plinth, and it can see that it is a bronze key.
Yeah, it is.
the one I haven't said yet.
I've
Yeah,
wrote it down.
it's
Puzzle was annoying.
it has a bronze key on it. It can't actually reach out and take it because it was used all of its movement to get there.
Okay, it does that. It literally just goes up to where the key is and just is ready to move.
Cool. Okay. Talmor, your go.
What would you like to do?
Oh, right, me. I'm Tamar. Okay.
You've you just watched an air elemental come up beside you and then just sort of disappear through the doorway.
Confused. Westworld
I
nonsense.
imagine the Emma sort of, because they don't really give a toss, went sort of through and around, sort of just went around you.
Okay,
So the souffle got just all
See
over
this,
you.
this large sort of skeletal Westworld forming.
Yeah.
center.
Absolutely.
I'm going to cast lightning bolt. If I can. 'Cause I'm a wizard.
Nice.
Directly at it, because that seems like a reasonable reaction to this sort of situation.
Yep.
I agree with that 100%.
Okay, so I think with lightning bolt it makes a dexterity saving throw, or it takes 8 pieces.
What's the saving throw against?
Dexterity saving throw. Save stealthy DC is 60.
60.
£34 points of damage.
34 points of damage. It fails its DC. Explain to me what happens when you cast a spell. How does Talmor's magic?
I guess I have. I trained out my wand and I sort of like crafted into sort of a wooden spoon. So, so I draw that out. I just scribble sort of. with this fucking ship, and just lightning bolt the fucker. And I suppose it hits the dressed, the bedressed, however you say it.
You're aiming for
as
the
well.
one.
Well, it's a line, so I think it'll hit both.
Oh, goes through. Okay.
Okay. What happens if that takes damage?
Physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion.
Okay. The spell fires through the other one on its way, and the lich becomes aware that it is not real.
I go, that other one was an illusion.
As does Tal.
Clearly the lich tried to trick
Like a
us.
gaping hole through a cloud or something. Bless.
At the end of your turn, he is going to use his legendary action
Great.
to utter a blasphemous word. And that word is Chris Perkins.
Such an in-joke, buddy.
Every non-undead creature within 10 feet that can hear the magical utterance must succeed in a DC Constitution saving throw and be stunned until his end of his next turn. The only person who's within 10 foot is the person who's just dealt damage on him. Talmor, make me a DC Constitution saving throw, please.
Just trying to think.
11 plus 2 is 13.
You are stunned. That means that you are
No, that's
incapacitated. You can't move. You can't. You can only speak falteringly. You automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws, and any attacks against you have advantage. It's not awful.
It took damage. This is a start. This is positive.
Wally, that makes it your turn.
Since I just got hit by one of these energy things and I don't like them, can I, if I dash, that's 60 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
Where would that take me to?
Right up to him. If that's
Can I
where you
go
want
around
to-
the edge of the room?
Yes.
And the door we came through is still open.
Yes.
He's gonna run away.
I've got an elemental with a concentration spell on it where if I take damage and I lose it, it attacks us.
We can dispel it.
I can't.
It's there for an hour.
How did you do
It's
this?
there for an hour.
I don't know, it seemed like fun. Yeah, I'm going to run away. I'm going to run all the way up to it and sort of like run and jump out and going, whee! And just 30 feet down into the corridor we came through. Ideally out of sight. Like, ideally if I can get like 50 feet in, then 30 feet, and then cut behind some out of sight, that would be ideal.
Back out the way you came.
Yep.
Stun like God.
Yeah, you can make it.
So if I run 50, I can't say that. If I run 50 feet, teleport, and then do another 10 at the end.
How far do you teleport?
30.
You would find yourself in the middle of a large room in which it's covered in ash,
Fine.
and there is a throne on it, in the middle of it, covered in fresh blood.
I'm
And the
going nowhere
floor
near
is
that. I am.
the floor is filled with these conduits of really fine blood
Sure.
that run all the way up to the door.
Basically, if I sort of run, teleport, poof, turn around, look back through the hall and see it and go, oh yeah, and then sidestep so I'm 10 feet
Out of its sight.
out of its sight.
Yep, no problem.
Excellent, excellent. That's all of my actions.
Wally has abandoned you.
No, I haven't.
Alistair.
There's an elemental in the room.
That's all we saw. We just saw you run away.
There's an elemental in the room.
The elemental's in the far room.
Yeah,
They can't see it.
he was there a second ago. He'll be back.
I don't.
Alistair.
Let's see how this unfolds.
I'm going to try and make this lich laugh.
What are you going to do?
I am going to tell it a joke, and that joke is. Oh God, I can't think of any.
But a dead pun.
Okay. He's going to sidestep, so he can sort of see it, and he's just going to raise up his hand with a backhand, and he's going to say, "I'm going to slap you about the face like a little lich."
Oh.
Is it get advantage on its saving throw?
Oh, it wasn't even worth it.
And what does that mean?
It means I've cast Hideous Laughter on it.
What level spell is that?
It's a level. Oh, can I cast it at different levels?
Don't know.
Unless it has a higher levels option.
From my memory, I don't think it does do anything.
I don't think it does
No,
anything
I
at a higher
think
level.
it's just
It's a level 1.
A level 1 enchantment.
Against this incredibly powerful.
It hears you talking. It waves its hand. Counterspell. Counterspell, your spell dissipates.
That was a very dismissal.
I sidestep back in.
It should have counterspelled your major illusion, but it was too funny not to. Would you like to do anything else?
Can I see anyone else? I don't think I can.
You are aware of Noggin, or rather, you were aware of the person who ran into the room, which was actually Tina. But they haven't made their way back out of the room yet. So,
Can I go further into the room and go?
yes.
Do you know?
Yes. At this point, Alistair appears in front of you,
You
Noggin.
can both still talk.
Noggin!
How's it going?
You,
Devil eye.
you saw the purple energy stop down this corridor briefly and then reopen.
I'm not there!
Yes, I put the key in the thing and then the magic stopped.
Oh, that's good.
But
I think I
quite
just
liked the magic.
quite greatly pissed this thing off.
What is it?
Some sort of skinless lich thing.
Oh, this is not good.
No, it's not.
Put the key in the lock!
Who's hear that from?
And it's that sort of third. Put the key in the lock!
Do I have a key?
She has a key!
I have 2 keys.
Do I know she has a key?
No!
I see that she has a key.
Yeah, I managed to stop the magic for a little bit, but I thought it looked pretty, so I kept it going.
Oh well, would you be a dear and do it again and stop it?
Why?
Because it's sort of killing us all.
Oh, right. Okay. I'll go and put the key in the lock.
Oh, thank God for that.
Fantastic. Thank you, Noggin.
No worries.
Stop it. So yeah, that is the end of Alistair's turn. Noggin and Alistair, you are in the side room. Wally, you have disappeared from its sight. The only person left in the room with it is Talmor, who is behind him.
Sorry, Talmor.
At this point, it you see it starts to regain energy.
Can I try and hide somehow?
The damage that you did with your firebolt, with your lightning bolt, dissipates, and you see that it's regaining health. It casts a spell. There are now 4 of it in the room. And that is the end of its turn. That brings us back to the top of the round, and Noggin, it is your go.
I'm going to put the key in the lock, and I'm going to turn the key. The silver key.
The silver key in the lock. Roll me a acrobatics or athletics check.
That is 13.
30.
13.
You cannot reach the lock this time.
I did this before.
I'm gonna start killing the
I face palm.
He's a dwarf, can he reach it?
We can
With
stand
a
on the
successful
Oh, God!
athletics or acrobatics check. It's in the ceiling, man.
How did I reach it the first time?
You didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
I mean, I know I'm a bird.
You're
but still.
you're taller.
Can I try and climb on his shoulders and do it? That'd be a cool thing.
Yeah, go on then.
Oh.
Okay. Let's try again. That is a 17.
You make it up. You turn the key in the lock. The purple energy dissipates as the brass aperture closes.
Okay. I jump down. I think that's that all I can
I hold on to her foot and uncomfortably make it a time.
Air elemental. Air elemental. It is your go.
I grab the key,
Mm-hmm.
and I then go and slam attack the door.
Okay.
Because there's enough movement to grab it and then go, right?
Yeah.
Just so the door's down, so it's gone. I'm not sure I can get the door. I'm not sure I can get
Yeah.
the key out of the door unless I break it down because it's relatively
Roll me a strength athletics check against the door.
Okay. Can I attack? I just want to hit the door. I prefer to slam the door over actually trying to.
Okay. Yeah. Make an attack roll against the door.
Okay, that's a +8. That's a 22.
You hit the door.
Bosh.
Roll damage.
That's fine. 15 points of bludgeoning damage to said door.
The door cracks out of its setting in the wall and
Airy face
falls
going,
into the room beyond. Talmor, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm stunned.
He is stunned, sir.
It fails. How much damage did you just do? 15, was it?
15.
You're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as the door and bits of the wall around the door explode into you, and you see an air elemental stood on the other side of it, clutching a key. Or you would if you could turn your head, but you can't.
I just
does not know how to apologise. I should talk about this the entire time. New character choice.
He's going to take a lair action and then try and regain one of his spell slots. Doesn't though.
Oh.
Rolls too low.
Yay, we're whittling him down!
the damage we've done was almost instantaneously healed.
We're getting rid of his healing stuff, it's a start.
Talmor, it is now your go.
I stunned
You are stunned until the end of your turn.
No, I'm not stunned.
Yeah.
Good. Can I start swearing and cursing at the air elemental?
As long as you do it falteringly.
Go on, let's do this. Do not understand apology.
That's what you hear in your ears. Cool. Wally.
Was it my turn?
Wally the runaway. Rolly the fleer.
You can keep trying, but I'm not going to be baited. Whilst I am in here on my own, something that is not concentration that I can do within range, that might do something. Cool. I'm going to cast a tidal wave. Pop my head around the corner and set a tidal wave going from the front of the room to wash over the entire thing.
How long does it run?
Tidal wave, 30 feet long, 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall.
From where you are currently stood.
No, the range area is 120 feet.
Okay.
I cast it in the room, affecting
Okay.
literally not affecting him.
So it's going to
Cute.
fizzle out before it hits him.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, you're just going to sculpt it around him.
No, it's 30 feet long, 10 feet wide, and 10 feet tall.
So within 120 feet, you make this big wave appear.
Yeah, within 120 feet, I make a wave appear within 120 feet that is 30 feet wide, 10 feet tall, and 10 feet long. 30 feet wide, 10 feet tall, 10 feet long.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
It's just rolling over the lich in the rooms.
Okay. What do I need to do?
And make a dexterity saving throw.
And what's the DC?
It's my spell, so it's 16.
I succeed.
Cool, you take half damage. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. And you're not knocked prone. And the water then spreads out across the ground in all directions, extinguishing unprotected flames in its area within 30 feet of it, and whatever you want to happen to the pit.
It fills the pit up, but over a period of time, it starts to make its way in and around and down. It doesn't.
I'm helping!
It takes 9 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
What's up?
Do appear to make it wet and
Oh no,
angry.
lightning bolt.
Stuck my head out.
I
Used
probably
my
should
movement
just
to
plan
like
out
it
loud in
and
front
went
of
slightly
him.
further. Like, if you can imagine the movement in this round, it was look round the corner, cast it, said that, and then move 30 feet back into the corner of the room to stay as far out of the way as possible of it.
Okay, yep, no problem. Alistair, your go again.
I think we're doing really well, Noggin. What should we do now?
Well, I have got a golden key. Do you know? Do you happen to know where the golden lock is?
No.
Ah. Well, what's down this corridor?
Presumably another lock.
It's worth a try.
Let's go.
Movement episode.
As we walk, well, as I walk, I'm guessing she's gonna do her bit of the walking
Well,
later.
I'll give you the key so I can hold on to my clanker.
Thank you. I walk out. I'm going to cast. It's not a monster, is it? Hold monster wouldn't work. It's undead.
Old monster works as a creature.
It's good as anything. What monster works on basically anything?
I'm going to cast hold monster.
Okay.
And I'm going to go freeze.
No, stop. Collaborate.
As you come back round the corner from the room where you were with Noggin, you see that there are 4 of them.
Oh.
Gotta just choose one then.
I have a finite number of spell points. Oh! Dispel magic. I'm gonna go high level again because that sort of almost did something last time. So that was me rolling my charisma thing.
What level are you going to cast it at?
I'm gonna cast it at level 4.
Spells are weapon, isn't it?
Not if it casts counterspell
Oh.
at level 5,
Oh.
which it does.
It just counterspell to dispel magic.
Yeah.
You can counterspell.
Yeah.
You
But
could
yeah, loads of
arguably
people set up,
counterspell as
you can do
counterspell
a
if you had
huge
counterspell,
rally
which I
of
don't
it,
think
and
you
it's
do.
just stupid.
No, I don't.
No,
I do
because
that.
it breaks the DM's brain thinking about how dispelling magic might work in these circumstances. He is going to.
Just get rid of it.
See, it doesn't work, and I continue on my way.
Cool.
And then he killed all of us. It just happened. There wasn't even time to roll the dice.
Quick and power word kill.
That makes. Yeah.
I don't think he's that high level.
Oh,
So
I hope to God he's not that high level.
At what point can I see what colour the lock is on the door?
So there are all the doors are now opened.
Yeah.
In front of you, ahead, you see the purple beam making its way into the room ahead on the other side of the 40-foot chamber.
Yeah.
The lock is in the roof above, so you would have to be
Okay.
inside the room. And the one to the sort of your right as you come back into the main room, same thing. Like corridor, room beyond, glowing purple energy, but you'd have to be in the room to see it.
Okay.
You do, however, see that the air elemental is stood in the doorway next to Talmor, and it is carrying in its being a bronze key.
Yes, it's carrying a
That's the one that that's missing from my list.
So I sussed that for a minute. Yeah, that's the bronze key. That must be the gold lock in that room.
Yep.
Okay. So he knows where he's going.
Wide open.
Also, can I use it as a bonus action? Can I inspire someone? I don't think
Yes,
I
of course you can. Of course you can.
I'm going to inspire.
The only person you can see is Talmor
And the earth elemental.
and the air elemental.
Air elemental. God damn it.
Do I see Noggin? Noggin's
And Noggin's
ages away.
behind you.
I'm gonna inspire Talmor. And I'm going to sing to him. When the lightning bolt hits your lich in the face, that's Talmore.
Oh. 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 Stings. It stings.
There's the sounds of 4 pairs of clapping hands.
I think this is sincere and do a little bow as well.
That makes it its turn.
So many choices, eh?
So much to choose from. For the first time, you see first of all, you see it regain health in its position. Roll me an insight check now that you're back in the room. You've seen this happen before. Yeah.
Not good. 6.
We're not very insightful. We just sort of
Yeah.
magic.
Not very smart either.
your-
this morning.
Your attempt to work out what is going on is slightly distracted by the pant-shitting terror that you're feeling.
Yeah.
The what now? The what terror?
You heard me. It's not going to do anything. It's going to stay strangely still, silent, and just continue being surrounded by this purple energy.
I can't see it, but for everyone else, how much of its body is it regained?
It's like not quite at full musculature yet, but working its way towards it.
Fantastic.
I think we should kill it quick because we're going to get like an iPhone with like lich dick. If we don't kill it quickly.
Wouldn't that be part of the body that goes?
It brings us back to the top of the round.
DM, give a ruling. His musculature is reforming, DM. Does that include his penis?
Parts of it. I mean, obviously not the part that isn't made of muscle.
It's all made of muscle.
No, it isn't.
No, it isn't.
Muscle tissue. Skin it.
The bollocks aren't either, technically. We're getting into
Anyway.
subtext.
Moving on. Noggin, your turn.
So there's nothing left in the room, and the bard path's gone off. So I'm
Back
gonna-
down the corridor.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down the corridor as well. Take my clanker with me. Hold it by its hand.
As you turn the corner of the corridor, you see in front of you 4 strange, skeletal, muscular beings stood over the top of a large pit that's glowing with purple energy. As you look down into the pit, you see writhing faces, screams, as if it's filled with sort of spirits of various kinds of creatures. And you see Alistair sort of hiding by the edge of the doorway.
Can I try and stealth over to this pit? Like, crawl over? I'll leave my clanker in the corridor. And I'll move to this pit.
I'm going to allow you to stealth.
Okay. How far away is it?
From the doorway,
Yeah.
about 20 feet.
I see I have advantage on stealth rolls if I move at half my speed. My speed's not very fast. I'm just gonna try and not do that. I'm just gonna go as fast as I can.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a 23 stealthing.
Yeah, you are stealthy. What would you like to do?
Can I dip something in the thing? What do I have? I must have a shiny cup or something.
You want to dip something in the pool of undeath beneath him.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Alright.
I
The
have.
dentist's decision-making abilities are questionable at best.
Like shiny things. That's.
I have a broken pocket watch. So
Uh-huh.
I'm going to like dip the pocket watch in the thing and see what happens.
You reach out. You dip the pocket watch into it.
It is now possessed and kills you.
It becomes lighter.
Okay.
And you go to pull it out. Just chain.
Oh
I'm gonna run my pocket watch now. I hate losing things.
You got a bit of a chain
Okay.
and an important lesson.
no!
One
Sign scientific method, we now know more than we knew before.
Thank you. Is that the end of your turn, Noggin?
I do have cunning action, so can I just kind of crawl away? Because I don't really want to be near this thing that took my pocket.
Yeah, I'm going to let you make your way back to where Alistair's hiding if you want to, or you can go towards one of the other doorways.
Towards the other door where all the people are at.
Towards the door where Talmor is standing
Yeah.
beside. Yeah, no problem. Air Elemental.
Air Elemental would like to go and put the bronze key in the bronze lock, please.
120 feet?
90.
90.
Oh,
20,
but I could dash.
30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Yeah, you can make it to the keyhole. Acrobatics or athletics check, please.
It's elemental, fly.
Acrobatics or athletics check, please.
Elemental, mate. It exists in air. It's not like
swirling
as soon as it's
tornado
going,
to the
oh, I can't get up. It flies. It's right there.
Like swirling
Strength check to turn the key.
Fine. Do a bloody strength check. Turn the plus 2. That's a 9.
It cannot turn the key. The DC was a 10.
Oh,
I'm
dear.
kind of picturing it like trying
Sorry.
to turn a key with oven mitts.
Currently, why this not work?
That is the end of its turn.
Yep.
And now it is there. Nope. No extra spells for me. Talmor, your turn.
Right, okay. So I still have no idea what all this nonsense with the key.
Just keep hitting it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep hitting it because I don't have any bad day. I need to take it out on someone. So if I cast fireball, can that catch all 4 of the little images? Because it's like a 20-foot big burst of fire.
Yes.
Right, I will cast fireball. 16. Two.
The crackling of the fireballs it does in your hand.
Doing our own sound effects.
13. And I forgot to list that I have powered education, so I get to add my intelligence modifiers to this. 13. No. Yes, 34.
That. I mean, that's the damage. Yes. Yeah. It crackles around it. You take all 4 of them into your spell.
Nice.
Rarely, not never.
Escape isn't nice about this one.
34. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. One of the versions of itself just disappears out, and there are now only 3 of them in the room.
Is she that fireball? No, she's my
No.
You crawled past me.
No,
Did
you're
I
off.
manage to get past?
You're off. You're off to the side.
That's fine.
Yes.
Even we forget where you are sometimes.
Be more careful in future.
Wally,
Yeah.
your turn.
Mm-hmm. Well, Wally is now absolutely terrified. His like massive cool tidal wave did nothing. He doesn't know what the elemental is doing because he's technically not the elemental. So he's gonna hunker down in the corner and cast Cure Wounds on himself. This is not what he signed up for. You guys were supposed to be fun. This is not fun. He heals 8 hit points.
Does anyone want to be here? Because should we just leave then?
To be honest, the captain would like to be able to smash things with the ball.
He's currently the ship going, no! How can we get back there? Almost certainly, yeah.
I'm usually quite happy when this golden teleportation thing happens.
Yeah, it was
but then I get-
exciting last time.
Yeah, and then I get to collect shiny things, and it's shiny when it happens as well. But there's no shiny things.
In all seriousness, Wally's also well aware that if he gets hit and loses the elemental, everyone's going to die.
I can take it.
Alistair, your turn.
I look around. I see the clanker. I pick it up
Yep.
Can I hold it? Like, how big is it?
How big is it?
I don't know. How big is a clanker? I tried to make life-sized.
It's about the
kind of
it's
my
about the
size,
size of
isn't
a gnome then.
Yeah.
It's about the same size as Noggin.
So is this like one of those like monkeys with symbol things?
Um,
Little robot.
It's a little robot from an earlier adventure.
it's a ribbit.
It's a ribbit.
So can I sort of guide it out?
You can spend your action to pick it up. What would you like to do with it?
I want to present it to the lich and say, "Behold the instrument of your destruction! Yield now!"
As it stabs him. Yeah.
Which of the three do you present it to?
I look at all three of them very sternly, but focusing on the one like in the middle of the three.
The one in the middle, yeah?
Yeah, but the one in the middle.
That's what they want you to.
And that's the end of your turn.
I will also. Oh, how much inspiration do I have? I only have
You've cast it twice.
2. Hey, Noggin, you want some inspiration?
Yes, please.
Do I see her? Has she stealthed out? Or
I am. Very
Roll a perception check.
7?
You can't see Noggin. You can see Talmor, but you've already inspired him recently.
Yeah.
Um,
So I go.
Inspire the clanker?
does it have intelligence?
No.
Probably not. Then. It sort of flickers and glows as you hold it out and say, "Behold the object of your destruction." Destruction. It's its turn.
Don't hurt my clanker.
Please let it destroy it in one like just flick.
It looks at you. It looks down at it. It puts its finger out, and it casts Disintegrate
Oh no.
On the clanker or on Alistair?
on the clanker because
What did he
I'm a
do?
nice person.
No, that's not nice. I'm not happy with that.
You stopped the disintegration to destroy. It's brilliant. Oh.
It must make a dexterity saving throw.
Doesn't have a dex score.
It turns to dust in your hand.
Oh!
My dancing clank.
I think I have about 2 hit points in it.
It does like, it has like 2 hit points, and that spell does something like 90 points of damage.
Where am I gonna get another clanker from now?
You could restore it to life by means of a true resurrection or a wish spell.
Or does that turn
You're
itself
a
like
wizard. You do
Pinocchio?
magic.
I don't know.
Get my clanker back.
The once things are dust, that's
You know, a wish spell is just like a wish. Like, you can do anything with a wish spell.
And you'd use it to bring your
Like, there's a horrible thing right there. No, I'm going to use my wish spell to bring my robot back to life. Yeah.
Alistair, you were stood there. Your attempt at whatever it was, intimidation maybe, turned to literal dust in your hands. And then a small wave of thank God. Because otherwise it would have been you. And that's where we're going to hold this hour.
I thought you were my friend.
Thank you very much
Kill
for
my
joining.
clanker.
I thought it would stop him.
We're doing this from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. every day for Fringe. We're also streaming, nice stream, on twitch.tv/Adventures Wanted. And we are live tweeting the entire thing on @Adventures250. If you want to come back and see where the adventure goes, you're more than welcome to. If you'd like to come and play, we also have player tickets available to get involved. I'm just going to throw to a couple of people on the desk now, table desk, who have some other shows at the Fringe to plug. Johnny, if you want to take it away.
I am in a puppet musical that I wrote. It is on every day apart from tomorrow at midday at Venue 13. It's about a little girl going through some grief, and it's got puppets and songs, and it's really good.
You got anything you're working on at the Fringe?
No.
No?
I live here.
Oh, lovely. Okay, great. Good. I'm a freelance theatre PR, so I work on a bunch of stuff up here. So, pick one. I would recommend The Girl Who Jumped Off the Holyrood Sign. which is about to go. Jumps off the Holyrood sign. It's very poetic, it's very lovely, songs from the era, and also quite a nice look at this crazy little job called theatre that we all do. So yeah, recommend that. That's on 11:30 in the morning every day at Assembly Roxy.
Cool. We've now got a 10-minute turnaround to our next hour. So it's just out the door that you came through. And have a lovely day. And one more final round of applause for our players and our GM.
Thank you.